Hey, what's up, Charles? This is a quick demo video for you for your One Replicas Arena Obi. This was a saber that I was selling empty, so you reached out to me and asked me if I could install it, so I was happy to do that. It does have a CFX in it. It's a 2-button setup, so your front switch will be power, your back will be auxiliary. You've got a Carl Chen V4 Neopixel adapter in there, so we'll go over that here in a second. And to get to your chassis, what you want to do is just open up the pump. All right, it's the only, well, it's not the only place on the saber that opens, but for this purpose it is. So we'll take that out. Take your saber, cup your other hand, just kind of go like this once or twice, and then you can pull it out. It's a little bit of a tight fit in there. All right, and this is what your chassis looks like. So your CFX board right there. Easy to come in here and pop in and out your SD card. You're good to go. All right, a removable battery setup. I did print this in a red carbon fiber. It has a 28mm Smokers Outpost Elite speaker, and then I'm using the SO Switch Pixel PCB set. So this PCB lines up with a 15-pin PCB in there that's super hard to see, but it's in there. All right, so let's throw a battery in this guy. Please remember the spring side for the negative side of your battery. So this chassis doesn't have a kill switch because CFX has a deep sleep mode. All right, so when you put the battery in, it boots up the saber. Go ahead and put this in any way you like, as long as the PCB goes in first, and then use the pommel to push the chassis all the way forward. So just when you lock this thing all the way down and you lock it down tight, you can hit power. Auxiliary. Very solid saber. Blade lock up. Let's put a blade in. All right, this is set up for a 1-inch diameter blade. We'll put a blade in here. I'm not going to use a blade retention screw because my blade's pretty tight, but your blade retention would be this guy right here. If I can focus in, it's important that you use this one up here and not this one down here. This one down here is holding in a part, like a piece of a chassis that you can't see, that's holding your switches and everything. So don't use that one, use this one. I'm not going to sand my blade, but if you happen to sand it down, then definitely lock it down. But it lights up a blade very well. The blade lockup is just holding the button down. So you got twist on and twist off. Twist on and twist off. Let's go to another sound file.
Sound bank selection.
The Bane, Earl of Freight Press.
Hold down power. The saber sounds really good. Hopefully it's picking up on camera.
Spectrum.
Change some colors here. We wanted a green. We'll find a green right there. Hit power. Now we've got a green blade. Right. This has a bit of an unstableness to it, if you can see that on my hand. Do a flash on flash. And then twist off. All right, I'm going to take this blade out super tight. Come back over here. Loosen your pommel. Remember, you'll want to tighten down that pommel when you put the chassis in. Kind of hit it on your hand once or twice. With a battery in the chassis, it has a lot more heft, so it should probably come out with just one tap. But when you want to take the battery out, do it from the PCB side, because that's where the positive side of your battery is, and just pop it out like that. But that is basically your Arena Obi. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks, man.